Hello, welcome to my channel. If you are new to this channel, know that this is the only channel that can excite your taste buds. And if you are an old subscriber, or if you have been watching our videos, welcome back. Today is going to be the first upload for the year, and I thought to share with you this amazing and delicious recipe. And before I get into it, if you haven't subscribed, I beg subscribe. Well, this is 2025. You and I are going to work together to make sure this channel gets monetized this year. Okay, all right, so let's get into it. So before I got to this part, I had washed my potatoes neatly with sponge to get rid of the dirt on it, and then I cleaned it with some paper towel, and then just after that I poked some holes in it with the fork, and this is going to allow the seasonings and the heat when baking into the potatoes. Okay, so right after that I drizzled on some oil, massage it carefully. Okay, make sure every part of it is coated with the oil, and then I went in to drizzle in some salt and then some black pepper. Right, so after drizzling my seasonings on it, I'm going to wrap it in my foil, and the foil is what is going to retain the heat when it's baking. So I'm going to put this into my air fryer and bake it for about 1 hour 15 minutes. It takes a longer time to cook, but it is very easy to make. Okay. All right, so while our potatoes are baking, I am going to go ahead and work on my proteins and my sauce. And know that you can use any protein of your choice. I always want to have it with shrimps because, shrimps has a very good taste. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and add in some dry seasonings. That is my green seasoning and my garlic. I was so generous with the garlic powder. Okay. And then I also added in some salt, drizzled a little bit of salt, stirred, and made sure that every part of it is well coated with our seasoning. Oh yeah, and I also drizzled on some oil. And I'll also be adding in some paprika at this point. Sincerely, I am only adding the paprika not because of the taste, but because of the color that is going to add to the shrimps. Okay, I am going to mix and make sure that every part of it has absorbed the paprika. And right after that I am going to set that aside and allow it to marinate, and I'll go ahead and chop my vegetables. And today the only vegetables I'll be using is going to be the onions and my bell pepper, the orange bell pepper. And I'm using orange not because of anything, but because that is what I had at that point. So yeah, so right after chopping my vegetables, I'm going to fry my shrimps in my batter. And shrimps doesn't take a longer time, so 3 minutes after putting everything in my butter, I'm going to turn it over and allow the other side to also cook for about 3 minutes. And before I pick them out, I always want to stir it in the juice that it produces so it can absorb some juice. No one wants dried shrimps, Abby. All right, so right after picking them up, I'm going to go ahead and add in my vegetables into the same pan and then allow it to fry. While that is frying, I'm going to season it with my garlic powder. Allow it to fry for about 2 minutes or until I can perceive the smell of my vegetables. At this point, the vegetables are fried to the texture that I want them to be. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in my heavy whipping cream and also repeat the same seasoning I used to season my shrimps. I have already added in my garlic powder. So now I'm going to add in my paprika and my green seasonings. Right after adding my paprika and my green seasonings, I'm going to mix and make sure that everything is well incorporated, or to make sure that my seasonings are well dissolved in my sauce. Okay, and I tasted and then I realized it needed some salt, so I added in a little bit of salt to taste. Now also know that at this point my heat is at a low medium heat. Okay, after it has boiled for about 2 minutes, I went ahead to decrease my heat and went in with my Parmesan cheese. Now the Parmesan cheese is the star of this meal. It's elevated the taste and also thickens the sauce up. So I added it in bits because I want to avoid over thickening the sauce. All right, so at the end of the day, this is how, or this is the consistency we should be looking out for. You don't want it to get it too thick. When it gets warm, it gets thicker than this. So this is the consistency that I was looking for. And after 1 hour 15 good minutes, our potatoes are ready. Okay, so I am going to unwrap them and then we can get into business. So we are going to scoop the potatoes out of the skin, and to do that I had to cut a bit of the top and then went in with my spoon to scoop the potatoes out, and then make sure that you are scooping every bit of that potatoes because you will need it. And then you need space also to stuff them with the goodness, so you have to scoop everything out. So yeah, this is how good I was able to scoop them out. And then right after that, while it was hot, I went ahead to add in my butter. I forgot to show that part, forgive me. So I added my butter and mashed it to a consistency of my choice. So this is where I was trying to show you guys that I had added butter. Alright, so after scooping, I added salted butter, so I had to taste and then know how much salt I had to add again. So I added in some salt, just a little bit, and also crushed in some black pepper. And also went ahead to add in my heavy whipping cream to loosen up the potatoes a little bit. You know, it has to be juicy. I'll now mix and make sure that everything is well incorporated, everything is well married, the seasoning, the taste, you know. Now at this point everything is done. We are going to bring everything together. I am going to assemble everything into a potato bowls, or what should I call it, a potato skin, I mean. All right, so I am first going to spread in my potatoes and then my mashed potatoes, and then my sauce. You can add shrimp right after adding the sauce, but I chose not to. You can if you want. Okay, if you want more cheese, the more the cheese the better, right? All right, so I had 2 layers of potatoes and the sauce, and right after that I assembled my shrimps. And yeah, we are almost done here. And the last thing I did, I topped it with my I was going to say shrimps again, my cheese. And then yeah, we are done. I went ahead and put it into the oven for 5 minutes, and our loaded, no, I mean our fully loaded stuffed potato is done. It's it's very easy to make. It just takes longer time to prepare, but it is very easy to make. And if you have watched to this far and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share the video to your family and friends out there, and let them also know about this channel. Spread the word, and always remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. See you all in my next video. Bye.